How much longer are you going to keep your eyes closed? How long until you wake up? Not like waking up for school. I mean waking up. As a 16-year-old, I am creating this YouTube channel to document me growing up into my future. In this video specifically though, I wanted to talk about my goals for the future. Nothing will come of nothing was a quote from William Shakespeare. A more modern take on that quote would be, nothing is handed to you. Now, a lot of you will definitely disagree with me on this quote. And at first, I did too. I mean, a lot of people inherited their wealth, right? Whether that be from a rich uncle, grandparent, a parent, whether that be from them passing or they inherited the company. Those people, those kids, all tended to end up the exact same way. Drinking their life away, partying, and never having to lift a finger again. That's what I thought too. But apparently, 79% of millionaires are actually self-made. Now this could be false, after all. I did just look this statistic up on Google. But is it really hard to believe that anymore? All these videos of young people, old people, broke people, people who have been working a 9 to 5 for years are coming to YouTube, TikTok, any platform they can get their hands on with some media backed up behind them, sharing with you their story of how they went from being broke, being on the side of a road, being in a horrible apartment that's infested with bugs, to now living in penthouses or owning a huge house, owning nice cars. So naturally, all I've thought about for the past year and a half, since I was 14, is how can I get rich someday? How could I get rich someday soon? That's a question, well, that I've asked myself for 1.5 years. And in this video, I wanted to share with you where I am now and where I want to go as your average 16-year-old. Not someone who's complaining on a YouTube video trying to tell you that they made $3,000 in an hour without lifting a finger. Not someone who's trying to sell you a course at the end of every video. Not someone who's trying to scam you. This is coming from your average high schooler. I've piled together 5 financial goals that I will complete. Some are definitely shorter than others. Others are longer. But there are 5 really important points to me that I will complete because I need to complete them. And this video isn't mainly for you, it's also for me too, to hold myself accountable, because these goals I would like to complete within the next 10 years. But before I do that though, I'm going to share just a little about me. So hopefully you might be able to relate to me a little more, especially if you are a high schooler feeling the same way as I am. But as I said before, I am 16. I'm only a junior in high school, and for a while now, I've just felt lost, or really stuck. I live with my parents and 2 brothers, and they have spoiled me rotten with an unconditional amount of love. And have always kept me warm, safe, and happy. And I am truly blessed for them. One thing I have to thank them for is my maturity. And it is somewhat of a curse though, because I have, in a sense, awakened. I can see the world for what it is now, and I'm no longer blinded by being an adolescent. This, however, has definitely brought a new feeling upon me. I now only feel like my only goal in life is to give my future kids a life like mine. One where they don't have to worry if there's going to be food on the table. One where they have a roof on their head at all times. One where they're smiling every second of their childhood. This is why I feel lost, because almost every turn I take to try to break this system doesn't work out. Whether that being due to it being a scam, or the mentor or person that I'm watching in a YouTube video is just talking to sell me a course, or the main one is I'm still 16, which is extremely frustrating because I don't understand how me now is going to be any different from the me in 2 years, who is hopefully nothing but smarter and richer than the me now. I want to say I don't understand why everything is locked behind being 18 or older, but on paper it definitely makes sense. A lot of people my age don't share my views, which, to be fair, is completely fine. I am missing out on potential memories, for a chance that I make it big and eventually break the system. And it is 100% my choice to skip out on these chances. But I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with missing out on that because I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to be different. I want to be in the 1%. However, now that you know enough about me to hopefully understand my motives, understand my why, I would like to share with you my goals that I hopefully will complete within the next 10 years. My first goal is to open 2 credit cards. I mean, after all, I did tell you some were going to be shorter than others. I want one for strictly gas purchases, because you're buying gas all the time. It's helpful for me that I know where my money's going if it's strictly for gas, and also a lot of cards that are strictly for gas offer really good benefits when you purchase gas. The other one is going to be for all the other commodities and general purchases, such as groceries, food, and, well, really anything else you could think of. The second goal kinda ties in with the first, and that would be building both credit cards to a score of 800 plus, and holding it there for a minimum of 10 years. That means never missing a payment, never not paying back what I bought, and credit cards, I know you guys are gonna tell me they're dangerous, you should stay away from them, you're young, but every video I've seen, they're just another tool to help you build wealth. And I really do feel like people who go into debt, they're not viewing credit cards as their own money, they're viewing credit cards as someone else's, which is true, but they don't mentally see the fact that they need to pay that back because it's not their money. As soon as they open a line of credit, they mentally feel like it's their money so they can do whatever they want with it, which is not true, which is why a lot of Americans, and, well, any place ever that's ever had credit, goes into a lot of credit debt, is because people don't understand what credit truly is. And I really feel like if I can focus and be responsible, credit cards are going to do nothing but help me get approved for loans, especially if I have a long line of 10 years of good credit. And that's really important to me. The third goal shifts more towards the investing side of things. I want to max out my Roth IRA annual contribution rate for at least 5 years. 5 years. I want to max it out for 5 years. So every year, or hopefully every year, but for 5 years, I need to max out my Roth IRA, which is only $7,500 to I think around $8,400 a year. And I really need to do that because it is nothing but a tool. The fourth goal is to have the remaining of my savings invested across real estate, gold, and silver, assets that will hold their wealth, so when the government prints more money, I still have my money's worth in assets. And goal number 5 is to own at least one rental property. Hopefully, I can pay that property off soon, so where that passive income just becomes only passive income and I don't have to pay off the mortgage anymore. But those are my 5 goals, that's my why, and that's why I'm making this YouTube channel. So if you, the viewer, could leave your 5 goals in the comment section down below, or criticize mine if some of my goals are too outlandish, some of them aren't strong enough, tell me why in the comments below. Thank you.